Hello, everybody. Welcome to Super Soldier Talk. And my name is James Rink, and I'm the host of this show. And I was used as a super soldier, but today we're talking about alien artifacts. We have the amazing Sean Bond here with the Psionic League. How you doing, Sean? Why
I'm
don't you
doing
unmute
great.
yourself?
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
It'll be a fun show today. What's going
yeah. Well,
on?
thanks for coming on here. We also have the amazing Dr. Kosol Ouch. He's been a regular on the show. I've had quite a few of his videos deleted, so we're not going to be talking about anything controversial, I hope, right, tonight. But how are you doing today, Kosol?
I'm doing okay. I appreciate God asking. Yeah.
And we go back a very long way. So it was
Yes, we
even
have.
before Super Soldier Talk existed. You remember the Colonel? That asshole that was sorry. Oops. Oh, I'm not supposed to use that. Okay. Let's go.
Yes, I do.
Uh I learned no, I'm not gonna talk about it. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Hello, audience. Thank you for all joining us. Ronnie, thank you for joining us today. And audience members, let's go ahead and get into our featured presentation. So let's see what we have. Sean. Today, Sean will reveal more about his alien artifacts he discovered in Mexico. Joined by today also is Cambodian Super Kru teacher Kosol Ouch, who will translate their inscriptions. Sean Bond is an intuitive healer, researcher, and teacher. Today, Sean will be speaking about ET contact and integration of altars. We'll figure it out, and also his artifacts. So let's go on. And then also, so you got your website and your YouTube account. Everybody go over to Silver Cord Spiritual Science. Is that correct, Sean? Just did I get that right? Why don't you unmute yourself? Yeah, mute yourself.
Yeah, and you can also go to Psionic League. Just type that in YouTube and psionicleague.com, Psionic League, and all that.
Yeah, very good. Psionically, yeah, that's in the description. Thank you. And Kusal, he is a Cambodian Super Kru teacher, goes by the name of Cosmic Commander Z. He was taken into the future from the year 2000 to the year 6,575,042 while visiting Angkor Wat Temple, where he encountered the Unimetrix A.I. In the here and now, 20 minutes had surpassed. But in the future, Kusal spent 32 years and 6 months training as a super soldier and the usage of many alien technologies, including medbeds, weaponry, and alien space technology. Kusal states that the people in the future are 30 to 300 feet tall. After his training, the Unimetrix sentient AI sent him back to our timeline with the knowledge and wisdom inside of him. So his website is Barame1, and of course, you got your contact info in there. So, all right, everybody. We were just having a very enlightening conversation about xenomorphs. So, Sean, did you want to start off on the xenomorph, or where would you like to begin?
Sure. So I can just like a refresh on what we were talking about. We were talking about like our experience with xenomorphs and the concept in how the films of the alien movies may have the imaging may have been older, as I have in artifacts found in Mexico. A It's like a little artifact statue that's a curled up alien in a ring kind of thing of like a baby xenomorph that like bursts out of the chest kind of thing, and it's in a UFO. And I will be showing that after I dehaunt the crap out of it because it's got a lot going on. It's also been contacting me quite a bit. So there's some cool things with it. And there's also ETs, ideographs all around it. I will show a bunch of the ones I've dehaunted already first because I don't want anyone in the audience to get any harm or anything. The ones that I'm going to be showing are very powerful, very positive now, have been depossessed, cleared of all the Spanish conquistador bullshit, spiritual invasions in the Vatican. And yeah, they're very powerful. They're emitting rare energies that upgrade whoever views them. And their goal, after being coming out of the ground and essentially in treasure hunting psionics in like birthing, they pick the caretaker that'd be like a parent to have a caretake them and bring them out to the world. And if you don't get their approval, you may not find anything. Like everything under the ground kind of shifts around. It's like a hologram. And Yeah, they want to connect with a large group of people and raise our civilization type 0, 1, all the way to 5, whatever that means, in civilizational consciousness. And they are emitting quite a bunch of rare energy to be able to do it. I'll be showing you guys these things. So to get rid of any skepticism and ego matrix boundaries that are wrapped around people, because I thought this stuff was fake. I was like, oh, is it not real? Is it fake? And then I'm doing it myself and bringing it out of the ground. Now I can't. It just like breaks through the matrix. It's great. So is there a way I can share screen?
So do you see where?
Yeah, I see the sure.
Good.
Do
Go
I
ahead
have
and press that.
approval?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just press it. And
see if I got the right one. Yeah, I think I do. Cool. Okay, it's just a little slow, so forgive me for the technical difficulties on that. Okay, so we'll just like go through a few of these as an example, and then I'll show you the ones I have here with me. See this?
Yes,
You see
affirmative. Okay, so what are we looking at? Can you
Okay, so this
play a
is
video?
yeah, you see the video?
Did you share your entire screen or just the tab? Because if you did tab, you might have to go back. Yeah, do the entire.
Yeah, it might be weird. So I'm gonna see if I can fix that. Because I've shown these to people before and we've glitched out a few times. So let me see if I can fix that again. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, just let me know if you see a video that you're supposed to do that. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think. Okay, I know what it is. It's showing me. It's showing my Facebook, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just like. It was supposed to be a different window, but it's whatever. I'll just get to it. Okay. Here we go. Okay, tell me if you see this video and if it starts playing and all that. Yep. Do you see the video?
Affirmative.
Yes.
Muéstrala.
So who's gonna mute this?
Yeah, let's see both sides.
Person. Here's an ET with wings.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it right here.
Oh, ET.
Wow.
Wow.
No tiene nada adentro, no.
Fíjate si no trae nada adentro. Show us the other side.
Like a new this right here. Here's another ET face.
Está un. Perdón.
Looking bigger, the UFO right here.
It's got a kind of Anubis. Dog person, ET.
¿A la nave?
Spaceship? Yeah.
You want to help it?
Sure.
Okay, so that's one.
Mhm.
I'll bring up another. So that we tune into that's like a ceremonial cup.
Well,
Amplified.
let's let Kosol comment. Kosol, do you have any information that you could provide us about what do you
Of
think
course.
that is?
Of
Yeah.
course. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll get into my mind space. Just stand by.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I got it. It's this is what we call remember in the Christian mythology and Owen mythology where you drink the blood of immortality, the blood of knowledge. They call it the blood because everything relates to DNA, right? So what happened back in there? You see the alien gray This is basically people from a different future, a different reality that they bestowing what we call the DNA for immortality and also the knowledge of immortality. So that basically is the knowledge of genetic code. So the cup represent where when you learn from this being, when on graduation day to receive their knowledge, they will pour they will transfer their blood into the cup. And you as the warrior, you as the receiver, the knowledge, you must understand how powerful the DNA, the blood is. So you have to drink it, in order to receive this initiation. We call it a blood ritual. And that's what it means. When you drink their blood, their genetic code will bond with your genetic code and will upgrade you, will bring you to their level of vibration. You know, it's a ritual in essence, but it's not really. It's actually you drinking their genetic memory, their genetic wisdom that they had bestowed inside them, and they would, like that, and pour into it. That's a normal way of doing, and the blood would be passed to the one that graduate, that want to see the initiation. So this is called receiving the knowledge of the immortality, receiving immortality, what they call, that's why you see the blood they drinking is not normal blood. It is a multi-helix bloodline that come from the extraterrestrial who will donate their genetic code with full memory. Once it touch your lip, all the knowledge will go that they have will be passed on to you. You will carry on the legacy while the time is their civilization is still intact and evolving, being where they shared. So it's like a ritual initiation, passing on from teacher to student, like the Moha great yogi passing on to the legacy to carry on as the great teacher, the great Mahayogi leave this realm. So that's why blood is very, very sacred. I hope that to make logical sense.
Kosol, is there advanced technology in that cup? I mean, it looks like
Yes.
It looks like a primitive piece of stonework.
The idea is not a piece of stonework to your perception. It is until you come to it, you feel vibration, and when you relax and you let the vibration into you, then your sight open, then you realize it's not stone. It's basically it's a working technology because it anchors itself to you look like a stone, but it's anchors itself into a substantial reality, where and that reality it is a metallic object that have very strong knowledge containment, which is genetic code you can receive as a magical. You know how subtle reality work, like your aura and stuff around you is subtle reality. So this thing is in that vibration. But once you able to work with its physical counterpart, once it accepted you, then the ET teacher will open a synchronization where the real initiation begin, but you have to go through a certain process. You have to get the rite of passage with them. So you have to show merit, the right knowledge that you can receive that. Otherwise, it will not. You can't handle it, and then you could die. Basically, it's too much power. Like a light bulb receiving too much electricity over its limit, it can just explode, and that means you're dead. Because you have to go through a certain ritual, dietary mindset. You have to take a certain what's called special drug that help to raise your vibration. You have to go through the right teaching, so you don't have a mental block, emotional block, or physical block. Once this three thing is preparation, then you can come to the cup, and the cup look empty, but it's not. But once you raise your vibration, you find out the cup is full. It's full of higher genetic code, that you can basically drink from. But to the normal people, they don't see nothing entering because it's not for them. It's for the initiated. But the initiated will see there's something there. And they drink it, and they have a physical, emotional, psychological for them to connect with the alien teacher, because time space don't matter in this subtle a subtle reality. The energetic structure. Therefore space and time does not exist. So you're able to connect to the original teacher, the one who started out. That was the idea. That's why it's very ritualistic. You have to be in the ritual to raise your vibration to connect to the main teacher. And that's why they put the instruction there. The teacher is not human, it's extra dimension. It's in it's in a height, it's in another reality, but overshadowing our reality.
Yeah. And Sean, if you have a lot of artifacts, we can always do another show if we can't get through everything tonight. But
Sure.
yeah, Kosol, can you tell us why was there wings on that gray?
And the entire idea to representation, the wing, the gray, we know they fly on UFO. So that means by putting a wing, symbolize this being can move from our reality to other world or other local or other reality like the moon, Mercury, Mars. That's what the wing mean. They can move between reality or to other reality and has a three-dimensional freedom. The human being naturally walk on two-dimensional surface, but they have a three-dimensional freedom down and up, beside forward and backward.
Thank you. Sean, have you drunk out of the mug yet? Are you?
We got this, not that one, but he's pretty much on what I tuned into with it, is that it upgrades your DNA, it changes you become a whole new you. I read that it was used ceremony and ritually for blood, with psychedelics, with medicine potions, and sometimes just water, in a way that it amplifies with the deities and the beings that's associated with. It was it's like I got three classes for the artifacts that I've been finding, which is type 1 is made by ETs, type 2 is made by a hybrid ET, maybe humanoid on this planet, hybrid or hybridization for interaction on the surface of the planet or in the type of terrain. And the third is made by a type of humanoid here that has seen the ETs and are venerating them. And so here's a little, this is a lot less ancient object that I have, in a little cup with two deities on it, images. And this one amplifies chi, healing, defense, a lot of other stuff. Here's another little guy that might be Quetzalcoatl. It might be a dragon or serpent or turtle or something. But what it is emitting is the ability of rainmaking. So it amplifies rainmaking ability. So anyone who wants to trade with these guys, your higher self can engage in commerce with these artifacts, and then you'll get good at those abilities too as you go through the mystery school. And so like people can get into it and like start tuning into these guys. Here's one of my favorite guys. I'm going to show you a little video. This guy glows in UV light. He absorbs more and more UV light the more it glows. This is one of my little buddies. This is type 3. It's made by a humanoid that saw this ET and is venerating it. And it's got a lot of abilities. It's really good at a lot of stuff. I'd love to hear what he tunes into it with it. But so far, with what I've tuned into it so far, it emits superpowers in emotional body based. Sorry, there's a little delay.
Okay, that's fine. I would do it. Let me grab it and bring it into my mind space. Okay. So what this is basically, we call it a totem of guide or a totem of remembering. What does this mean? When you hold the form of this extraterrestrial intelligence, it will allow you to link all the way back to that individual that it vibrating as in physical reality to represent that intelligence. So that means you can have communication and even get a helpful guide, a helpful manifestation, and how to navigate your energy, and also to navigate, especially in relationship to where you're stuck. If you're stuck in the path of technology, this totem can help you to align yourself with the being who can give you the information you need. And it has movement, meaning that it has a certain vibration that can enlarge and envelop you and create what we call a pocket universe where you and that being can talk just like you and I talking real. But this we call the pocket universe reality. So this being is like once you connect to its frequency, it will have a life. But at that moment, you're no longer in this reality. You're in a pocket universe that this intelligent created so it can meet those who come in contact with its form and have an actual real life conversation with it. And since space and time from its perception does not exist, everything in the now, so this the totem intelligent basically has a ritual rune on it. If you look closely in the microscope, you see rune written on it, and this is what we call program 3D uh 3D rune are 3D is energetic structures like how a 0 and 1. This is how they use code. It's using semantic as it rune, and it has been infused with remembrance of that teacher. So when you come in close, you're feeling a vibration. Then when you let go, it will absorb you into a pocket universe that this totem basically allow you to have real-time communication in that pocket universe with the intelligent, that is squatting right there, represent. And so you have to do the same thing like he do. You have to squat and you hold him. And then when you look into the eye, you start bringing your awareness into your finger or hand. You start feeling the vibration at that moment. When you close your eye and now suddenly you open your eye, you be in a pocket universe having real-time communication with this intelligent for guiding a medicine or guiding a technological aspect of psychological energy network. And that's what it means. So you want to see how it works. If you look at it, let it the thing face you. Yeah, let it face you, and then you bring your awareness to your finger where you're holding it, and now suddenly you start feeling the vibration, the subtleness, the energy start emitting and start flowing to your finger from your from the it form to your fingertip, and then it start to move slowly. But as it move, you start feeling some kind of pull. But this you got to do it where you're away from people. There's no other observer. So you got to do it in the cave, got to do it in the wilderness where no interference can happen. And that's when it absorb you into a pocket universe where this avatar, this intelligent live. That's how the knowledge is passed, or that this totem work. It take you, well, you call it time travel, but I would call it pocket universe, where this being has its own domain, its own reality, and that's pretty much how it works. So you have to take a look at it and you face it and don't have no doubt. And then when you hold by both hands, you start feeling vibration. That's the signal. And then when you look into the eye, and now suddenly you close your eye and you be in a pocket universe.
Here's a
Cool.
comment from the audience. That entity knows Ahriman in this Earth matrix spectrum ruler like Lucifer, but the deity for technology here. Does that resonate with you, Kosol?
I do not familiar with his school of thought,
Okay.
but I can only say what I am. I am when I put that object in my mind space, and now suddenly all the letter, everything instruction come to be because my mind, and the mind space is a very powerful place. And that's why I ritualistically grab it and put it. And to answer his question about Omar, I do not have any. There is no written energy from this object about Oman. So this is the wrong question in relation to this subject. So a different field.
James, tell everyone about ET Sculptures, Cynthia Crawford. I actually got 2 of them. If you want, if the audience members want to see it, I'll go up and go get them. But yeah, she put the energy of the extraterrestrial into those objects. So and of course, Cynthia died of cancer probably like 5 years ago. I think maybe 2018. It's been a while. Okay. All right. Sam says Aram is the lord of matter. These are alien races seem Aramanic.
what does culture got to do with what our son found in Mexico that belonged to the ancient Atlantean culture? What's that got to do? So I don't see the connection because this object here, it presenting itself, this totem technology presenting itself to us that it is, but if we add to it and start mixing it up, it might create. It's not designed for that. We have to be. We have to give a credit where credit's due.
Here's the if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm
Yes,
gonna go
yes.
Okay.
grab the sculpture.
Okay, cool. Here's the sculpture glowing. Can you see this?
Yeah, it's Florence. It's fluorescent, like that
Yeah.
rock that in the lake. You grow. It's made from that rock.
Exactly. There's a whole area of fluorescent minerals, different types. Yeah, it's like rare. I didn't even know that kind of thing existed until I found these guys, and a whole new door opened up. There's all these different, nice, beautifully colored ones. But here's that ET one. Here, I'll show you another one. That's like a bird person.
Exclusivamente son las otras. Con poquitito, la sacas al sol y va a ir a...
Wow. That is amazing.
Y con poquito, si no necesitas esa lámpara, por ejemplo, si la sacas al sol, la dejas una hora y te dura como, así sin meterte,
So
como
as
3
you
horas.
can
Así
see,
con la
son,
luz.
Can you do it again?
all this object, you gotta go through a purification before they reveal themselves to you. Otherwise, they will hide themselves.
Well, Kosol, can you tell us what we're looking at? Who that is? What that is? It looks aquatic, like it's got fins, maybe.
This one.
Okay, hold on.
What do you
Hold
think?
on.
So
I will grab it to my mind space. Okay, I can take a look at it with 3D resolution here. Okay. Okay. Now this is very interesting. We call this the key. It's basically a key object. It's used for two things: to open up a larger structure, and basically I can also using as a resonant locator. With that, if you hold it in your palm, and those who is sensitive, they can attune, and then the key will guide them to another place where they can open up. It's like a cave or another pyramid structure, and that will open up them to a new discovery. So we call it. It's like you call it a keystone. Like it's like how you have the ancient technology where they use like Indiana Jones. This is called keystone, where you put it on a certain place, it open up door for you, and that's what that object basically represent. Basically, it's like a keystone. It fit into something, and then when you fit it, the building respond to it, and it will open up for you.
Sean or Kosol, do you have any ideas of what it fits into?
There's a lot of objects around where it was. Its location is near a pyramid, Tula, near Mexico City. It's supposed to be a place that's connected to Atlantis, like even to where it's like using the words Atlantis in its geographical location, etc. And it's near stone walls and mounted area and rivers and other stuff. And we get the guys we worked with have special permission. This so like I'll go into each. This guy has a lot of abilities. His species still exists. They're in inner Earth. A lot of the long skulls that I'm going to be showing you in some of the images here are relatively close in genetics, and they offshoot with each other, and also have been making genetically engineered versions to exist in underground, on land, undersea. There's even images of mer people. So this one has a bunch of tech that it will emit and trade with the audience. This one's really nice. Their species is getting it's. You could say it's kind of grayish long skull. They separated from their planet. Their fertility went down. They went into cloning, but it's not the same thing as the Zeta. a lot less aggressive. They they have time travel. They have back and forward in our time. This one
Mm-hmm.
as well, and treats our species like a garden where it added added their genetics to us early on, and as well are more well we do, we start to heal and resolve their issues. So they want us to do well, and they're very good at monitoring things. Some of their species are long living, so like this, long living. Some are in stasis pods, but they need help with things like resolving their soul, fertility, and their breeding tech getting better. So if anyone's good at that, you guys can trade them. It's good at longevity emissions. First started emitting mental energy, like at a high level. It's also good at plasma body, teleportation, generated energy for some type of manipulatable effect like telekinesis, and some ancient gut brain energy that is used to access the reality like a supercomputer, etheric creation and manipulation, mana creation and control, an ability I didn't know existed until I tuned into this guy, which is the ability to store objects out of phase in their field. Like they can like blip them out in like a storage place in their field and then take them out. It has
A pocket
interdimensional
universe.
resonance travel
Yeah.
location. Yeah,
A
it's like
pocket
that.
universe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interdimensional. Right. It's like that. Interdimensional resonance travel located themselves to another place. It's like bilocation, different physics though. Spatial place connect, so they can connect two places between a doorway. Um, yeah, these are some of the cool things that guy does. I'll bring up a video too. Let's see if I can.
Here's a
Do that
question.
real quick.
All long skulls are the Anunnaki dimension, the Uriah. Would you agree or disagree?
Um,
Me
I
or him?
both first.
Is it? How about we start? Is that an Anunnaki?
It cannot be truly a true yes, true no, but I can give you an explanation. Yes, with an explanation.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Go
Mm-hmm.
ahead.
Okay. Can you see this image?
Yeah.
Okay.
Affirmative.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So Anunnaki is a big topic. They're both, the word is beings. It's a royal family with Anu, as well as beings from the sky. Some artifacts we have cuneiform on them, as well as Egyptian hieroglyph. So there's a connection between Mexico, Egypt, and Samaria. So I'd say definitely some of them would be under that umbrella, though I have seen that most of what I've tuned into with Anunnaki, they're a super hybrid. They've collected DNA from all across the galaxy, but their main big branching is Orion and Sirius B. But they have a collection of a lot of the species on Sirius, Sirius A and B, and that is a garden world similar to Earth and DNA library, and the planet of many realms there likes to adopt species like Earth does, and so she's collected many species from dying worlds as well. There are multiple long skull like versions, including ones aquatic and land fearing and high level shape shifting ones. So it's not really an easy answer, other than there's a base form for shape shifting, and some are higher dimensional, and there are multiple offshoots in their history through their traveling and colonizing many worlds, and then there are slight alterations in that. Long skull usually derives greater consciousness and greater brain state connectivity, and then more abilities, psionics capabilities, all that. And so there's multiple species that do that, and some that don't connect with each other, but it usually requires a bunch of time of evolution. But a
Okay.
lot of the long skulls do connect to Sirius, and the Sirius clusters connect to the Anunnaki as well. Though the Anunnaki, of course, It's like a traveling solar system with multiple planets and multiple species and realms and higher dimensional beings. Long skulls, giants, canine, avian, grays, insectoid, reptoid, all kinds of things.
Sean, we totally believe you. Thank you. So, and what's great about Sean is when you ask him a question, he'll answer it all the ways possible. So you're a very multi-dimensional thinker, Sean. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Very long.
So here's a cool thing that I haven't shown to anyone of yet. So you're going to be like the first one exclusively. Are you okay with that?
Okay.
Okay. So can you see this video?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is cool. The quartz cool. Wow.
Reptilian. Reptilian
Okay.
skull.
It might be reptilian, it might be long skull. It also has this gray on the top with wings and a DNA helix. It's got this Anubis canine looking one on the side, and under the jaw it has an it's like a mer person.
Wow.
But it's a crystal skull. It is quartz. I'm under the impression now that there are more crystal skulls than 13. And there are, the anatomical humanoid ones and then these ET ones. Like in Indiana Jones that went into. So it's got these cool, different colored crystal eyes, but everything else is like a white, milky-ish crystal as after I cleaned it off.
Yeah, definitely.
You can see that
It's definitely a reptilian crystal skull. No doubt.
Maybe. I don't know if it was reptilian, it'd be like the skull without skin.
not.
So it might be, but I don't know if it's a gray or a long skull or reptile.
How I have
Well, that's open.
Or how about a hybrid?
been explaining
Yeah,
about
exactly. It could be a
how the
hybrid.
brain functions.
There's a UFO
Very
right here.
specific knots that we can do within the DNA, and also by raising our Kundalini. And there are some very specific
That might be the
energetic
kind of being on the top too.
circuits
That nose like humanoid.
that ethically
It could be.
I cannot take it into the mind scope room and have it analyzed real quick.
Can
Okay.
ignite our pineal gland and the full potential in our body. It's a matter of knowing how to not and not
Okay.
the brain.
Yeah,
You
Okay.
see, I've been doing this knot
It is.
with
Okay, here we go. I got it. It's. Do you remember that 3 body they found over there with the Nazca line? That's it. That guy there. Remember the 3 dry body that they found in the Nazca line accidentally? That's that it.
Yeah, with the 3 fingers.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
long head,
that's
everything
fingers,
matched
shoulder.
exactly. Reptilian, intelligent. Not the way you expect, but it's like a hybrid version.
So here's a UFO right here, and some planets. And it's not really
geomap.
easy to see,
Yeah, I see it.
but under here is under the jawline that goes to a long-skulled mer person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I can't really see it.
Yeah, this
here.
definitely
But there's Anubis
aquatic.
too.
It's aquatic reptilian section Syria B. Yes, I can see the amphibian side of it. So this being is a long way from home.
You're going to see a bunch of different versions of them. So they are genetic engineers, it looks like, and they made multiple of their species to go into multiple terrains, different body structures too. It's really interesting. Okay.
Are they positive or negative, Kosol?
It's not. That's the wrong question to ask because it depends on their mission from our perspective. What the intent purpose were they created for during that time? From their point of view, to them is positive. From other perspective, it could be negative. That's why it's kind of hard to answer such question with straightforwardness, depending on what perspective you are from. If you're the one that is sending it, you definitely don't do things for negatively in your own mind, in your own planning. They were here to represent their energy and their vibrations. So from that point, they are positive from their point of view, but from other group, it could be not a good thing.
Kosol,
So yes.
do you think you could like tune into that being and channel it?
All right.
Well, hold on. Let me ask Sean. Do you want him to do that, or do you have a lot of? I mean, if you have a lot of artifacts, maybe we should.
Yeah, I mean, the crystal skull has been dehaunted, so it's
Okay.
very powerful. So feel free to try if you want.
Okay. What are we supposed to, Kosol? What do you want us to ask the being?
Well, let's take it step by step and see what it leads.
Okay, so tell us, what are you doing? What is this?
Well, this, as you know, this will help me to it helped to protect my energetic structure if I'm tapping to something. So I got some kind of this all this. There's a Kosol right here, the ancient. So it would link up with all my different points in my chakra. It become like another filter. It will help to protect me because as human form, in some area we are strong, some area we're not too strong. Talking about energetically speaking. So I built this technology to help to offset where I am weak and the area that I'm not strong, because as a machine, it does not get tired. It grows in strength. But as a biological being, we have flaws. Sometimes we're strong, sometimes we weak. So we create this as an offset to balance a person. So that is it. Putting it on.
Can we get one of those at barame1.com?
That looks cool.
I took it off from the website, and the reason being because, like I said, it's a test. Those who have the high mind to understand it, because this thing has energetic connection with people of the future. So you got to be emotionally logical, physically, logic, and you got to be mentally logic in order to use this device, because to an untrained mind, they think this is funny, but to the mind that understand acupuncture point, understand chakra, minor chakra, they see the Kosol ray, they understand that this thing is like a muted triangle pointing at your area, so it align up with all your major and minor chakra with a 13 chakra network. And so this helped to filter in the defense system that crystal skull might have, and it can override my consciousness and can possess me in the wrong way. So this will help to offset that, since all this have its own intelligence that I infuse my own thought from the way that my teacher taught me. So this will help to protect my well-being. All I need is a pacifier. We good to go. I'm just joking.
Do you need to look at the picture again or the video to tune
No,
into it?
I know I got it. I already took that. I already took that into the mindscape. So this will allow it to take over my body and communicate with you, and using me as it representative. So okay. Now I'm letting go. This go. I'm connecting. I'm in my. I can see it touching. Where am I?
You are in the year 2025 on the.
Are you the Great Council of Atlantis?
That was approximately 50,000 to 11,000 years ago. So we're post the third destruction of Atlantis. 11,000 years.
Very well. Why do you summon us?
we found a crystal skull in the area that we call Mexico, and we would like to know what was your connection to the people at that time in that life. Are you aware of this crystal skull?
You found a sacred knowledge
Yes,
that
sir.
means the connection with our homeworld has been destroyed. The bridge no longer function as was designed. Our troop, a military force. What happened to them?
Your home world. What happened to it?
No, a military force located where you found the sacred knowledge. In
Okay.
that location, a military might was given, authorized by the Atlantic Council. King Atlas instructed a warrior to base our entire force at that location. Other time is known as Atlas military. This is the name it was given by King Atlas. If you found a secret knowledge, that means I no longer exist in your reality. Return us. Return us. Return us.
Thank you for your time. Welcome back, Kusa. We didn't mean to do that to you. Are you okay?
Oh, oh, what happened? Oh, I feel
Sean,
strange.
we didn't even get to ask its name. It did not seem like it was wanted to be very talkative. But what do you, Sean? What do you think about that? You're muted. I was hoping that we can. Yeah, you're muted, but I was hoping you could get to ask questions too. But it is what it is. Yeah, why don't you unmute yourself? Thank you, Kustal. So essentially, said he was a reptilian under the direction of King Atlas. And Sean, it seemed like that area of Mexico is that what he said, that it used to be called Atlas too?
It's connected to Atlan or Atlantis, and it's Tula, and there's a bunch of pyramids all over the place. It's like close to the capital. Anyway, so yeah, there's some crazy stuff with crystal skulls. They got some big consciousness. They have actual being, consciousness, spirit in them, a soul. They expand abilities and superpowers quite tremendously. They got a lot of knowledge. So what they can pretty much do and reverse engineer any ability that I've heard of as they're getting stronger. I'm learning more of the history as I access it and ask it questions. So I also got a pyramid here for you. Let me see if I can show it easily. This is heavy as fuck. It's like it. Can you make it so that my screen is bigger so it's easier for people to see this? Okay. Oh God. All right. Oh my God. So we do also have a video of uncovering this.
The capstone.
Yeah, we got a capstone for it. Let me see if I can put it on it.
That's the ancient capstone of the old Illuminati or the Enlightenment one, the Order of the Enlightenment one. Yeah.
Where would they put the capstone, Kusal? Where put that one?
No, the capstone itself, it's supposed to look like that, but what will come will be like the triangular craft, flying saucer will come and will radiate light in that area, and people will be picked up or drop off in that area, the pyramid where people go up. How the pyramid is functioning, like it's had many functions from astral projection and as Stargate, and as also where people UFO can come down and pick up people or pick them up. So it operates with many multifaceted functional device. It harness etheric energy. It harness gravity. It also work as an astral projection system. It helped to also open portal, but it also help act like a airport for other species to operate with technological avenue. But with magical species, they can use it as a stargate since their body can raise on vibration, so they don't need technology since they can do it just through consciousness. So the pyramid work in a multifunctional facet in that case.
Well put. Yeah, and going into that, yeah, this pyramid and the crystal skull are type 1, so they're made by tune into our ETs. So it does have a capstone. It has 2 slots in it. They fit 2 rings in them. The rings are, oh god, let's see. Here it is. It's like a bronzish copper or calcum because it's got different metals than. It's not a regular alloy, and it gives the wearer the effect of the pyramid from any distance, bringing to them. The pyramid's crazy, awesome, overpowered. It's got over 1 million things it's good at. It also has the Eye of Horus on it and a bunch of Egyptian hieroglyphs on it. So there's a connection between Egypt and Mexico. God, okay.
Do you think you could put it down? Maybe put it down and change the direction of the camera so we can just look at it?
My table is not meant for it.
Do you have pictures of it that we could just so Kosol can translate for us?
Okay.
Sure, I'll bring them up.
All right.
Just like showing you the ETs now. So this is 3 long skull ETs.
Okay. I got it.
That looks like these.
Yeah.
I got this from Cynthia Crawford.
Okay.
It's a little Nephilim boy.
It's saying that, O great Osiris, keeper of the star, I am your legacy. Show me the way. Show me the way to where you are, O keeper of the star. And the resonant from what I'm reading is say Osiris. Osiris, keeper of the star. That means in translation, this whole thing, what you show me right here, is representing this guy, whoever he is Cyrus. He's like the ringleader, the one that created this offshoot civilization or the origin of it, basically. And this Osiris look like he's not a normal person, look like he's a time traveler. And that's what it's saying. This guy, it has 3 different depictions. One bowing to his final form. The other is also him. But the other one on the right is like it's a future him. It's guiding his journey when it's like he time traveled from the future, from somewhere, a high civilization, and this guy went to the past and he start teaching people all the knowledge of the future. And then he taught him about genetic code. He talking about technology, how to build, how to upgrade technology in the ancient past, and all the different temple that you see around the world is part of his design, a part of his handiwork. And that's what this guy Osiris. So this Osiris guy is not born in the past. This guy is born somewhere in the future, way before. I mean, up into the future in our time, not in our future time.
And then he time travel back to our past.
Yes. So the word 3 definitely that means he born 3,000 years from our time. That means he born in the year 3,100 something, because he's using that offset, that Trinity represent, a time that someone in the future recognize how this whole thing set up. And the large brain identical that people of the future, people of his time have developed immortality and have mastered quasia DNA. That's what it means. That means we have larger brain, we have mutated in some variant and has more knowledge. We have mastered quantum technology, quantum biology. It's like quantum structure, quantum geometry, and this guy and his group have mastered, and so they're able to guide or direct the past, the present, the future as one. That's why you see the three picture right there. One bowing down represent the past, where we have this a student mentality, and then one guy is showing he graduating, getting up, And then finally, the guy standing up. That means the final result. That means this is our future because the pyramid itself is very not made of normal material. It's made of lasted material. So that means this material does not exist in ancient past. The material exists in the far future. And that's what it's telling me, you know?
Sean, have you noticed any unusual properties of that pyramid? Its materials?
Oh, hell yeah. It's overpowered. It's been helping me heal, send healings to other people, and it generates a fuck ton of energy once I was able to clear it, depossess it of all the Spanish, invader kind of energy that was over it. Yeah, I'll show you some of the images now. Can you? Oh, well, this one. I'll come back to this one. Here we go. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, but it looks right. There we go.
Okay. So yeah, here's the two rings. Overpowered. It like connects to another area. It's like got a lot of energy generators once it felt safe enough. A lot of abilities. Over 1 million things it's good at. It's got like a whole spirit entourage. It's as powerful as a regular pyramid. And I was like really dumbfounded by that. That I was able to compress that onto a space. It has little holes in it that are like seem like it goes inward, which means it has a compartment.
This is like manifestation. That means it's like, how we 3D and stuff. So it's telling us where this guy come from. They able to change light into particle at will. They 3D printed this technology with their own personal touch, meaning that they able to make light into a physical object with some kind of photonic 3D device or something. And that's why the structure itself is very organized. It's like the technology is like holographic in nature, but in physical structure.
Could be. It's very strange stone it's made of. It looks like it has a spell around it.
Imprint information, like living information, like a program, built into the structure itself. So it resonates. It has a resonated purpose.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, and it has this Egyptian kind of looking theme in body structure to it, as well as like this guy in a different kind of outfit, maybe a mummified, the like same kind of long skulled species, either with a beard thing like the pharaohs have, or a breathing apparatus, or whatever. It could be a trunk or whatever. It reminds me of the engineers in Alien. And it seems to have a pine cone right here, which goes into the third eye tech. And feel free to comment on that. And here's a really nice one. This seems to be like holding up to another layer of reality. And this guy seems to have authority. And like this is usually either a plasma sphere, sun, planet. And this goes into nourishment and the creatures of the world hieroglyphic and sight, of course. And this is like he's holding up maybe this whole different aspect of himself or another layer of reality or something.
Remember what we just said? A future aspect that will time travel, but has time travel, but able to make contact with a different you in the future, and you're able to have quantum communication. That's why it showed a symbol, a different layer, like talking different floor, like different reality, different time reality. And so the orb itself is represent a quantum communication array where quantum plasma allowed to the beam to real-time communicate with any error that you choose, because they have a quantum computer as their as to organize the structure where they communicate. So that's the reason you see futuristic idea in an ancient culture. So someone imported it. That means someone from the future imported it over there.
Yeah, I do actually read that where a lot of these species are transcended time and see Earth as its timeline to make it the best possible outcome for their species as well as Earth of humanity, human experiments, so that because we're the garden that helps thrive their species. and a lot of other stuff. But yeah, this like some of the things I tune into is connected to a star system, especially a star Alnath in the Horn of Taurus, where also the Pleiadians are, and like Aldebarans and other things are. It has its own like spiritual non-physical stargate that has a way connection back and forth in commerce. It has a creational factory that goes from seventh dimension to third dimension. It's really good at synchronicities. It's been bringing and helping abundance into my life, as well as people and synchronicities. Like each time something like that happens to me, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Who did that? And a lot of the time recently, I've been getting, oh, the pyramid. Oh, yay. So, and
It's
here's
like
the underside of it.
it's like the future people is guiding the past, to a certain type of future. So each
Yeah.
variation of the different human future, like the gray, and they telling you it have, like for example, the lion head in the Egyptian, you have a man head over a lion body. That means just saying that higher intelligence help you to dominate and control animal instinct, uh, beastie nature. So in this case, you have a, a, a gray type of intelligence as a human being. He's telling you that human in the future will look like gray, somehow become the gray, and able to time travel.
But isn't that like a fallen timeline, Kusal?
We don't want to call, let's say one of the timeline or two of the timeline. I'm not saying that our future timeline. I say a variation of a future timeline will have that representation, while other timeline will not.
Is that like a
So
pocket reality? The same thing?
To clarify for the gray thing, there's over 4,000 types of gray, including ones from multiple timelines like the Zeta that are multiple negative timelines,
mhm.
and fallen or detached from the earth, forgot out to their fertility breaks down and they go into cloning, and then they come back in time to manipulate things and anchor their timeline, or whatever the fact, because there's multiple
to
factions. The Zeta
to
is the
basically,
more positive one.
yes,
That it's yeah, there's a lot of types of grays. There are future timelines where our species connects to what will become a kind of gray or long skull or other, because we're a hybridization experiment, and some of the genetics get activated, or with the residual image becoming dominant, or new genetics are added for various purposes. Gray doesn't mean fallen, but some of them are more, some of the grays are biological, or something you avatar into, or emotionless, or they feel it's like a prison emotionally, like the Zeta. But there are ones I've ran into, like the Merther, that are high powered emotion. They're really good at telepathy. They make you feel really good, and they're really good at communicating a whole bunch of information all at once, and showing their love, which is awesome. So some of these species treat us like we're their offspring, and they want to see us do well, and they're like parents. So this is like one of their forms, which there's a bunch of planets around that represent planets in the solar system, and this might represent Earth or an object or whatever. And there's cuneiform, which goes into Sumerian kind of interactions here, as well as this could be a UFO or some type of singularity
it's
device or something.
meaning
And there's a
it's meaning a global community or star global community. There was interaction in ancient time with different planet and different culture, and also people from ancient time and also for future. They were having some kind of relationship and trade across, because they all possessed it, quantum displacement craft, time travel craft. So time does not mean a thing to them. It's just like you would visit a small town and come back the next day. It's like that.
Kusal, is that our solar system there, or some other solar system?
No, it's called like a federation of from perspective of planet Earth. You are surrounded by a galactic community, and that's what that is showing right there. There is a connection. There is a network, a politic and trade and knowledge being that pretty much is telling you that you are being giving the guide that you're not alone. And that's what it's telling you.
Yeah, it could be. Some of the artifacts I see, the type of ET group that's here has greater and greater veneration and authority built around them, like these wings and a spirit body that sometimes connects to a planet, and it shows that they're really big or like spiritually to where they're like at a high level. Like if you've ever taken a psychedelic trip and you've gone to a high level above the planet and you start seeing these big guardian beings, it's kind of like that.
It's like another way put, you have a planet, a star system that have their own avatar or persona. So this is called the super federation level of consciousness. And this being are like gatekeeper. They can let you in, they can let you out, and they can make their whole realm or domain become invisible to you. Although they started out as like you and I, but as time go by, they have mastered the rainbow body or the light body of some sort, and they start evolving from light body to avatar like body, and then to galaxy, and then to planet like body, star system like body. And that's what they depicting. It's like they have a teacher, and this being become great teacher, to what those who come after them. So, and that's what, and they pretty much, it's like we entering from a technical to a magical civilization. Magical meaning that consciousness developed civilization, consciousness technology, magic.
Kosol, can you explain why there's two rings on the top of the capstone? Those two
Okay.
metal rings.
The ring is a very, not symbolistic, it's a technological mean. The ring, from one aspect, from a theological point of view, it represent, in this solar system, we have the ringmaster. That's Saturn planet, Lord of the Ring. The idea there is a technological ring around a solar system. Like Nibiru, it flow on a ring, an elliptis that protect us, right? From invader. It's just a symbol. Where you have the Saturn, you see the ring, the Lord of the Ring, the Saturn. Before long ago, there was some kind of ring on that planet. And it can be used to change the vibration of the star system, or can be used to communication or weapon. And for some reason, whatever happened in the past, it got destroyed, and it caused unbalance of energy when that device got offset. So the ring is a reminder, everything got to be a complete whole, or else it's not going to work. So all the knowledge and the technology you will see in ring form is showed, it's got to be a completeness, a connection. Otherwise, anything that you make, anything that you do, whether it be energetic, relationship, or trade, without full benefit back and forth, this is not one-sided. Everything got to be a complete circle. I mean, it must incorporate the whole system. Otherwise, it won't function. And that's why you see it's not only theological symbol, but also relate to technology. So that's why everything you belong to a circle. That's what I mean. A community, a circle. And that's why they put that there, not only just the technology that form, but also as a reminder to the old and the foreseen generation. That's why everything come in full circle. So when you build anything in the shape of a ring, whether it be coil, it produces something magical. Like a ring coil, like the super collider, for example, like the wheel, like the ring of the planet. It's something magical begin to happen. And that is the entire idea behind it. Everything come to full circle. So there is no disconnection, there's no missing, nothing is lost. It will always come back in full circle. And that's the idea behind that. Ain't that beautiful?
Wow,
Yeah.
Kosol, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
And so people have more basis so that they can get rid of skepticism for this. I dug, with a team up some of these things myself, so I know they're real, and we got videos and we showed some of them. But There's also like I have my friend Mike who's also got some of the artifacts from the same sites. He did carbon dating on the device the artifacts, and some of them are as old as 1,000 years old. Some are 10,000. Some are 18, and the oldest that they got was 19,000 years old. And they got carbon dating on the it's like adhesive between some of the parts, and yeah, it very overpowering. And he also was able to get some of the newer fake artifacts because anything of value like this stuff is faked. It's mostly faked by the mafia. I mean the cartels in Mexico, and they'll find images of people posting the ones that are found, and then they'll try to reverse engineer them and sell them. And he got a few of those, and they were carbon dated as 5, 10, 20, 50 years old. So there's a definite difference between them. So here's one as an example. If can you see this image?
Yes.
Cool. UFO. We got multiple types of this one species in different ranks, like this headdress. There's also like this octopus-looking one that
Mm-hmm.
has wings coming off from a ringed planet in spirit form coming off of a UFO, one with legs and wings, one without wings or clothes. I don't know if it might be pants. I don't know. And then Anubis or Canis major looking species with also wings, which I haven't seen before, and they're holding DNA, which goes also into question on if that scientist that discovered the double helix form from a LSD trip was did he get it from the LSD trip? Did he get somewhere else? Was this like something that was shown to multiple people way before him? And then
Okay.
there's a bunch of different planets around here, a
Um,
beam down, and a tree of life with corn. And
mhm,
this is an obsidian mirror right here
mhm.
that can connect multiple things. What I tune
Okay.
into this whole thing is upgrading psychic abilities. There's some cool little hieroglyphs around it.
Okay. This gonna be translate into form. If you take the picture of that, if you put it into a hologram metric, from a 2D to 3D, you would get the full connection as from a scientific perspective, how to translate that into modern technology. But from a translation as it is, it's saying that a higher teacher came down and give to those who receive the teaching, the knowledge, and also as with their assistant to genetically create, a GMO, right? Transforming one plant into the final result, what you call the corn, as a dietary gift from their teacher to help create and prosper life so they can be fruitful and abundant. So as this result, the 7-step experiment, I mean the step experiment represent the cycle, the time which they will come periodically to see how their student that receive their knowledge and how they're able to take care what they help them to create, which is the corn, right? The GMO corn, and how they're able to, uh, continue to plant the corn and sustain their culture and their civilization. So that's the idea. Although this knowledge came from the Most High, which is the extraterrestrial teacher, but at the same time, the student, which is those who receive the knowledge, have got the gift from the teacher, which is the GMO corn that they can grow and take care, and in turn, the civilization able to benefit from that. And that's the founder of their dietary supplement as a gift because they have been a good student and received the knowledge from the cosmic teacher.
Hmm. Nice. Yeah,
Kosol,
there's a whole mythos in the corn where there's multiple colors of corn, and they say they were given it by the gods to help nourish the people. So there's a lot of connection with that, and there's ancient legends like in the Popo Vole and all that. So yeah, and so these are some ancient type of god that's been destroyed from history because they don't want people to know about this species. But like when I say God, I say lower G God, like beings of higher intelligence that are interacting with us. Yeah, so love
So
what you're reading.
in the Eastern culture, I use the how the Asian we translate thing we always call guru or moha guru is someone who have great knowledge and great wisdom. So whether be they human or not, they are known as
Hey,
teacher.
wait,
So
John, go back to. I had a question. Yeah, go
yeah,
back.
Sure.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So there were these spheres on there. You see the spheres or
Yeah, can you
circle?
hear me?
Yes, yes,
yes,
Sean. Kusal or Sean, what do you think that is? Those circles.
I
I think
can't
they're
see it.
planets.
Can you point it out?
Are you talking about these spheres all around?
Yeah, there's these circles on it.
Yeah, here's a planet with rings. So they'll a lot of the images will come along with a bunch of different planets, including one that represents Saturn. So that's what I
Mhm.
usually think they are, but they could be plasma
Um,
spheres of different types.
okay, what does truly mean? They're giving you the timeline when they emerge. When the planet align in a certain way, portal open. That means they make their visitation, and that's what it means. There's some kind of cosmic cycle they follow. The time of visitation, the time of teaching, and then the time of leaving. So they go into that cycle. So when if you look at take a picture of that, align it with the star, and if it's close to that alignment, you was right now it should be close to that same alignment. So the planet are aligning. When that planet align, they are here. That's all it means. So that's why they put that into perspective. They're using the heaven, the heaven, these like the seven layer heaven, right? The seven planet, right? As like basically as like a mechanical timer. When the planet align, that when they show up or align in a certain way, that's when this group will show up. And align this way, this group will show up, and that's how they adjust their turn
But
by
when by what?
showing different alignment for different group. So not all alignment are the same.
So what about this black circle in the middle? Is that like a portal that's sucking energy out?
No, the idea of a black portal around the tree and stuff. This is represent. Um, you and I know the black. It means the dark teacher, and the dark teacher always represent the Saturn planet. You know, the Masonic and all that kind of stuff. So that means the idea of Masonic or the order Masonic with the capstone is not came from human design. It came from us, like you said, the engineer, those who engineer a species. You can call them Anunnaki. You can call them the xenomorph species, and that's what the black represent. And basically, they pointing to you. They located in Saturn. That's where they located. That's where they're watching you from that. And they telling you basically there was a rearrangement of the planet and star long ago for whatever reason. Maybe there was a great battle, the cosmic war, and planet got scattered a little bit, and then someone came and helped put it together to restore some stuff. But the idea, what we have now, is different. Like 20,000 years ago, Earth is not in its location; it's in another location. So more closer to Saturn than closer to the sun.
Interesting.
So this planet was moved somehow. It was planetary migration. Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool. I've tuned into that same concept where Earth has been teleported into multiple solar systems. I This is also, if you go down the rabbit hole of Thunder Bolt Project, they go into like there's hieroglyphs of an ancient sky where planets were different places and rearranged, and some were closer to us and emitting large amounts of plasma between the planets. And also, I read into like some of the planets used to be like Saturn, for instance, used to be a star and then fell, and that's like one of the solar systems we were in. But that's, I can't really prove that. I don't know how the hell you could prove that. But there's a bunch of people going into that deeply. So that's a possibility. Obsidian mirror in the center. This whole thing amplifies psychic abilities, amplifies DNA changes. It also seems to be like a computer access terminal for psychic energy input, kind of like a giant keyboard. This seems to be type 2, which means it was made by a hybrid of ETs with a type of humanoid found here, or whatever, is found here, that they genetic engineered DNA with us. And
So,
there's Mexican headdress for royalty.
so as you can see, we entering from regular science into magical science and using magical principle now more and more as the idea digging into the past and from the idea of modern perspective, we have high technology, but apparently we also participating in high magical technology without consciously knowing until you look at things from a bird eye point of view. Then you will realize that the ET does not only just know conventional science, but they also know magical science, and that's what the higher level of the idea of mage nation come in, and this is where what we call fantasy is actually reality, a higher reality.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Sure. All right. So here's another one. You'll find these handbags all over the place in like hieroglyphs and things in like cuneiform. This has a bunch of cuneiform which connects to Samaria, and you'll also see a bunch of the Anunnaki gods holding handbags. There's conjecture on what the handbags are for. I think it's multiple choice because you could have a handbag nowadays for a bunch of things. Mostly they're used for storage. So I'd go into like pocket dimension storage where you can hold more things than one. This one's a big piece of stone, and I read it has a being in it that's very powerful. So this would be the representation of the being that's in it. But other handbags, probably other things they do. But that's an example of the connection between what's found in Mexico and Samaria, with races that were interacting with both at the time when they weren't connected by regular humans.
Okay. What we call the handbag, and you notice why it's made of stone. It's like your technology using like crystal and quartz, right? The stone, right? So that technology, when they hold it, the bag itself, it contains vibration. And when you hold it, the person can adjust themselves to, in high, when they raise the vibration, the bag will raise the vibration, create some kind of, like you say, a pocket reality that they can whip in and then went back out. I mean, they enter some kind of high dimensional reality, and they can adjust the vibration and anchor themselves in any place around any timeline or any place in a geolocation. So the bag is basically, it's not a bag. It's more like a vibrational system that can, when they hold on to it, it's pretty much can adjust their vibration into the astral dimension, the physically into the astral dimension, and then they're able to pop back out in the physical dimension to anywhere they want. And that's the idea why they hold. That's why they always have wing. It's telling you they can move to higher dimension at will, because that bag is the key structure to raise or lower their vibration at will. It's like they becoming non-localized and localized, like photon, and becoming particle or particle back into photon, away in particle. So as you can see the ship, like you see UFO, then all of a sudden they become a ball of light, and then they become and they just whoop up. That means they move to a spiritual dimension, and then when before they come out, the military can pick up where they can locate because it start to project some kind of neutrino particle they can pick up, and then they see the ship come out back into our dimension. They can shoot them right there. And then that's why they crash, because they already know where they're going to locate. They have satellite that can pick up a neutrino particle, or before They knew, oh, and the ship is coming. That means something from the astral dimension is popping up into the physical dimension. So that's when they can get them, like that. So that's why the hand back is for. It's more like a portable resonant system that raise their vibration, create a field, allow them to become physical, moving to astral dimension, and then pop back anywhere to any localization, even time, even space at will. It's amazing. It's amazing. Portable, uh, vibrational, razor and lower. So
Kuso,
yeah,
can you read the cuneiform on the handle?
yes.
What do you think it might say?
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I'm getting. Hold on. Uh, okay. Okay. Yes. I was a little stuck. Hold on. Okay, let me take a snapshot, and so I can see it because it's kind of small on my side. Okay. Do you still see me okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Which I think you might have froze a little bit, but we can hear you. Are you still there, Kuso?
I'm still here.
Okay.
Okay, I got it. Where the long haired being, now here we enter the understanding of Sumerian culture. Remember that Sumerian culture, you have the Anunnakis on a lion head, right? And there's a wing. So you see the alien with an elongated head, the gray with an elongated head, connected to a lion-like body, and there's a wing. And there's similar symmetry to the Sumerian. So what it's telling us, it's saying that higher knowledge, higher consciousness can activate this technology, and then you can move. The wing represent that it act like a carrier, that this like a device that can carry you to any planet, to any domain that you wish, to any local, any world you wish. And that's what it's saying. So this device, it allow you to move to other world physically, but it will transport you to a high dimension and then pop you out into the low dimension to any low place you want. In essence, it's like a teleporter.
Kuso or Sean, why is there is cuneiform? Was that found in Mexico? I thought that was more Mesopotamian, or I guess that was before that.
Exactly.
What's your thoughts about that?
These artifacts have been found with cuneiform and Egyptian hieroglyphs. So what I've been saying is there is some type of race that's visiting multiple civilizations around the planet and giving them this writing method. This I read is a third type, which is made by humans that saw something. I'm reading, and then though it's more overpowered than that because it has an actual spirit in it. It also seems to interact as it can be inserted into a slot to initiate some type of overpowered technology. Though I'm reading, it's like I've seen some objects that are like concentric circulating rings that represent like that thing in contact. That's the gyroscope, as well as portals. We got a portal. There, some of the objects are able to do things to open a portal, but some of the objects are venerating an actual a ancient technology that the artist of the artifact saw. So this has multiple effects. I agree with his assessment on things. I've seen multiple of the handbags represented in what I've tuned into, and with any great advanced civilization, you can turn a bag into a lot of things. It's like interdimensional Gucci. It could do a lot of things. Like in Fantastic Beasts, he's got a suitcase where he can go into the suitcase. It goes into a big ass pocket dimension that holds creatures There's in the Umbrella Academy, it goes into a suitcase that initiates time travel and teleportation, like what he was just talking about. That any really advanced technology, you can go into compressing that technology into something that you can carry around. That being said, also, like, some people in the chat were like, "Oh, there's time travelers." It's like, I'd agree. A lot of these species can go back and forth in time, and I believe they're leaving a lot of these artifacts purposefully back in time to add to the timeline what the timeline needs. Like, as these are unearthed, they have goals. They have a collective consciousness. In Japan, they have a mythos where any object that is around for more than 100 years old, it gains a soul. And I agree with that. With some of the ancient objects I've seen, they can be overpowered. There's also the, like, Java krises, which can come alive and protect the family that is holding on to them. These are like over thousands of years old, so they got more overpoweredness. But I'm also reading they're made with overpoweredness. So is different intentions with what they do, and we're discovering that. Some of the objects I have, I'll show you.
Wait, hold
But
on
yeah,
a second, Sean and Kosol, take a look at this. So this is an Anunnaki holding some kind of handbag, and there's a Mayan. So what are your thoughts? I guess is that the same thing?
ooh, yeah, that's one.
It's the resonant. Yeah. So as you can see, remember, son, remember that place in there's like a doorway. Remember that thing, Sean? It's a place in South America that look like a doorway, and you see in every
Yeah.
temple. There's like 3 doorway. Remember the 3 again. One door led to the past, one door led to the future, and another door, the middle door. I mean, okay, the left door led to the past, the right door led to the future, the middle door led to the God. That's why you see every temple have a door. And you see it in the Christian culture, the Buddhist Christian. But with the handbag, once you have the handbag and you hold it and you stand at the door, that's when you get zip out into another reality. That's how the system works. And another thing, you can go through in another place in South America, you see some kind of door, and you go there, and with the bag, you can make the certain sound and humming, and that's how you activate the resonance by generating the humming, whether it be mentally or audioly, and then you go to that door place. We call it the gate, and it will transport you into another planet that has similar door that made of stone. And that's the reason stone are very susceptible to frequency. The shape itself produces frequency, and then the idea of vibrating sound, it causes magical thing to happen to stone. That's why magical civilization, a lot of coil and crystal. Look at this. This is from magical civilization. It's rune I put into 3 form, and you can roll it, and it will start affect all of you. Space time does not matter. You can start feeling there's a movement, already, and that's how powerful thing is. So with that thing, yeah.
This is Amaru, Muru, and South America.
Oh, that's
the
one of
false
the doorway. Yeah.
Yeah, the portal false doors, they're all around. There's a bunch in Egypt too.
Hmm.
There's history, there's mythos of, like, people witnessing certain people go through them, and even ghosts and plasma shining beings coming out of them.
Hmm.
There is a thing of, if you have the right object, you have the right DNA, right frequency. There's a bunch of theories on it, but there seems to definitely be portal doorways that are concealed and made with security systems. There's even talks about that with the Druids and some of the Druid places in Ireland and Scotland. And there's a video of a big stone doorway opening up in the Giant's Causeway, and some of the things in the Stonehenges in the different Druid circles. there's definitely technology in this, and I think it's also a way as a security system entrance to a civilization, and their
Yes.
way to have multiple exits.
So yes, it's a magical civilization, and as you can see, modern people we cannot recognize magical civilization technology. But if we take a look at an integrated chip, it does contain
Yeah,
magical civilization
it's hard to
technology.
translate that.
You know, but as like this thing, I call it the wand. When you rotate it around it, it produces healing effect. You know, and because it helped move the chakra to help rotate it. You know, where it rotate, it absorb more energy, and that's when you get more faster healing than usual. And that's
Can we get
called the magical civilization
Okay.
taking effect.
where can we get one of those, Kusal? Are you
I this is my I'm just making it by drawing rune and then putting the rune into physical 3D. You can see it. It's like it's like putting the rune. I draw the rune with like the spiral. You know, that's a causal ray right there. And then I drew a funnel, and I the one that make it with the cube with the spiral. So when you deal with spiral, it's associated a lot with magical civilization because they use spiral a lot in their technologies. Spiral and crystal, and belief and incantation.
Love your device.
Hmm.
Love your devices. Those are really cool. Can you see this
Yeah.
image?
Um,
Cool.
the
Yeah,
alien standing.
this is an obelisk we found. Yeah, it's got multiple beings on different sides. One is a Nubis being, one is a Horus-like being, one's a guy with a giant eye as a head, and this kind of pharaoh looking with the chin strap and a handbag right here, and different hieroglyphs on it. So, what do you think about that?
Isn't that Cyrus, Kusal?
That is not Osiris. What is that guy? What's his name? Hold on, let me look at it. Oh, that's the great Thoth.
Theoth.
Thoth, the teacher of Atlantis, the prince of Atlantis.
It could
That
be.
is Thoth.
And just so you know, there
Mhm.
are images. We have found artifacts with images of an ibis person in Mexico, so that could also be Thoth too. I
Mhm.
don't actually have any idea who this could be. It could be Thoth. It could be Osiris. It could be some ET guy that isn't well known anymore. But it looks like he has veneration that similar to a pharaoh with the headdress.
And remember that Thoth was the son of the great Atlantis after his fall, and he and his group went around the world to rebuild civilization. In the Cambodian culture, Thoth would hold up the temple, you know, and in the Krishna or whatever era, you always see Thoth everywhere. That he even the Maya, the Aztec, the Inca worship Thoth. They even dressed like him. They even dressed like Thoth to represent that he had mastery over space and also the knowledge of space and time. And that's why you see a lot of the Mayan Aztec dressed like Thoth. Though they dress like they are the Birdman themselves. But this is just a symbolism that he have higher knowledge, have higher spiritual knowledge, because the idea that he have knowledge of space, flight, and engineering, and also genetic. So that's the reason that I recognize that's Thoth. So Thoth would look like to you, look like a gray alien.
Kusal, what is the
Yeah.
connection with the Emerald Tablets and Theoth? Do you know?
The idea, the Emerald tablet, if you look at it, it sounds like a lot of philosophy going on. But if you apply it in your belief, in your mind, you realize it's not philosophy. It is giving you the knowledge of Adam, a particle and photon becoming particle, particle becoming photon. But to the normal mind, though not of high level understanding physics or biology, it won't make sense to them. It sounds like philosophy, but it just gives you a guide how energy work, how emotional work, how matter worked. And that was the idea behind the Emerald Tablet. But however, the original Emerald, um, the Emerald Tablet, you know, does not contain normal language. It contains rune language that can be applied into different area of your consciousness. And if you think on what it say, and then you find out the language is a circuitry. It's like a magical rune that you can use and chant it. It will cause metaphysical effect on your reality by your belief alone. And that's so the entire idea that your belief create reality. Just like scientists said that as you observe the light, it become particle. If you stop observing it, I mean, you stop believing it, it will return back to the light, which is a wave, a superposition, a wave, and particle at the same time. So that's what Thoth is saying in his Emerald Tablet. He's saying that if your consciousness is focusing on something, it will manifest. And so all his technology, his philosophy are based on that simplicity. He's trying to teach that to people who does not understand that how consciousness can affect reality works, you know.
Elena Denon says they use many emerald tablets up there, the Anunnaki, the sky people. Yeah, they from the stars. But
Well, just like you got one tablet, but it contains many data set.
okay, I have a question. Hold on, Sean. How many more images are there, and do we need to do another show? Probably.
Well, I won't keep you for too long. So I got this.
Because I was hoping Kosol could read the inscription on that the Oth obelisk.
Sure, I can go back to that.
Yeah.
I got this and 4 more objects for you, and I do have more objects, and there will be more coming. So if you want to do another show, that's totally fine.
Yeah, because we're almost at the 2-hour mark, and I mean, I know it takes a lot out of Kosol. I mean, I'm not going to speak for him, right? But right, Kosol, doesn't it drain your energy to channel?
Yes, it does, but channeling is part of allowing the after themselves that the object has been infused with the after energy and intention and desire. We can channel that and let that avatar talk. Is better than for me to talk, basically, and that's the beauty about channeling. You can match with that particular here and now in that particular timeline.
And someone asked in the audience, do you feel any buzzing or vibrating or humming coming off it? Yes, and digging for them, I felt out of body. My hands are shaking, feel hard breathing, like feel like I'm somewhere else. My God. And then being near them constantly out of body, and it like takes me somewhere, and I see where that is, and it's interesting, and it gives me a whole bunch of cool thoughts and stuff. And it does vibrate. We have looked at it with electromagnetic frequency scanning devices, and they give off way more energy than just regular things around the environment. We've even done it away from outlets, because I know the whole wall thing and the outlets have them. Of course they glow. So some of the objects, and my God, the amount of different psionic energy coming at them. The ones I have, I'm going to list off some of the upgrades you guys in the audience, if you so choose, you can trade in commerce their higher self and just initiate that with objects, and they'll trade you a bunch of stuff they're good at for things that you're good at, or missions you have, types of energy you have in abundance, or services your higher self can do. There's a lot of psionic abilities, not giving up anything of value. That's like hard for you to get. Any that you can't just make continuous copies of the same type of ability. So yeah, what do you think of this? And then I'll go into the next
Okay, I will read it for you. So I got it because I cannot see it. So I took a snapshot and I enlarged it, took another snapshot. So now I can read as it is. So I'll be off. I'm not off the screen, but I'm reading it. You can see.
And hieroglyphics are read from left to right, or is it from right from left? The other left to right. It's Kusa, are you still there? Hello, can everybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry.
Okay. As you can see on the right, and now we read, and on the left, it said, here I am, the standing master, son of Atlantis, master of travel to higher dimension, higher spirituality. I can see all space. I can see all time. I know the future. I know the path. I am the eternal representation of our civilization. And that's why you see the bird on the right. You see the roller, that's the bird. That's represent he can travel to astral plane. He can travel to higher plane. That means he have that knowledge, that science integrated in him. And you see on the left where the snake is, you look facing him on the left, the snake. That means he understand medicine. He understand energy structure. He understand the wisdom how medicine is used, how the idea of medical is used. So he can heal you. He can see your future, and he also can kill you. hmm
What alien race would that be?
That's Thor. That's the Emerald Tablet dude.
So they're us from the future, humans from the future.
They are. But that's the one that create Atlantis is people from the future. It's saying that he is the embodiment of the complete knowledge. That's why you see he dressed like Egyptian. He also dressed. He have Egyptian cuneiform, and you also see that he also look like an ET. That means you have relationship. His DNA is not like us. His DNA is a hybrid race. And also you see that relationship that you found this place in Mexico. That means that his relationship. He is the son of Atlantium, the son of Lattice. Lattice, a prince. So he is one of the high priests, high teacher that contain higher knowledge and wisdom. And he's the role model. He's the foundation of civilization all over the world. And that's what the cuneiform is telling us. That's why you see the cuneiform is showing a lot of birds, showing a lot of snakes. Snake, it means he's the master of energy. He's master of medicine. Snake also represents Shakti,
And
Kundalini, and medicine, wisdom.
very good. Kusal, is this artifact date back to the time of the Mayans, or is this predates that? It's like way older than we think it is. What are your thoughts?
So the idea is also in the obelistic form. That means a Ziegler. That means he came from the time where consciousness is very high. And when they built Ziegler is a power generator. So that means he's a generator of power, which is knowledge. Knowledge is power. And also he's magical because he able to travel the higher realm, the astral plane. That means he understand how to use magical ability like incantation. He speak and it thing manifests.
Right.
So, as you can see, stone lasts longer than metal technology. Metal technology will return back to the earth, but stone technology remain more stronger throughout the ages. So he's telling you that stone is one of the conduit of magical civilization.
Very good. Hey,
Mhm.
Sean, let's do maybe do one more, or maybe two more if it's
Sure.
short one.
Okay, I'll go into. Can you see my screen? You can bring it up because I'll grab a few I got on me right now, and I'll give you the tune in that of what they have. All right, so you're like also one of the only people that have seen this so far, so it's So congratulations, everyone out there. It's like the debut of this one. So congratulations, everyone in the audience. Thanks for coming. Subscribe to James Ring's channel, mine, Psionic League, and others for more of this content. So here's this guy, and this is a coffin.
Mm-hmm.
So it like goes into like there's a bunch of people that are finding ET bodies. Unfortunately, I'm not trying to get fully into that because people are dying over it. There's less so for the artifacts, but this has Egyptian and different types of hieroglyphs on it. The back has ETs on it. Let me see, some planets, UFO.
Yes.
Like a triangle and some kind of maybe a fire.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It generally saying that here lay the one that came from the store that spent a time, and they decided to stay with us eternally, waiting for his people to bring him back or to revive him so he may reign once more.
And so, thank you. I appreciate your tuning into. Thank you very much for it. So keep that. I love it. So it has a story of the ETs on it that are venerated. They seem to have interesting abilities. I've actually tuned into some of the abilities they're emitting. The coffin itself emits really powerful fortress and safety protection capabilities. And here you go as like the debut of this little guy as we open up the coffin as this little statue that represents one of the ET beings.
Kosol,
And ours, that's the key.
That's a key.
Yeah, that's a key code. It's supposed to go on. Once you take that out, the one who lay there, and once you put him in, what's that thing called? It look like an obelisk made of stone. Once you put him on it, or on a pyramid stone, there's some kind of, he will start to get a luminous light from him. There's some kind of light come from the shaft, and now suddenly he will start to glow and he will start to illuminate. He's the key, one of the key component.
Yeah, some of these glow in the dark. So some of the race like this one is associated with you can look it up in the Russian alien species book that was disclosed by the KGB. There's a species that looks an awful lot like this, and it's called the Shining Ones. And that's just one of the shining ones. There's also the Tuatha and a lot of higher dimensional beings that appear very luminescent, though one of them is listed as this in the shining ones. And there's a mythos for it, and there's also connections with Sirius with a lot of these guys. There's different offshoots, like I've said, but some of them are very closely related. With what I've tuned into this one, besides the coffin emitting defense and safety energy, this ET emits a lot. It emits evolution, divine masculine, creations of different types, spiritual protection. It has the ability to help make an astral castle. And then anyone that's trading with this being can learn through its mystery scroll and then gain the same capabilities. Rain summoning. So that goes into things that the Maya or the Aztec or the Olmec would have definitely wanted to learn a lot, because they required rain to be summoned to be kings and the priest class. Otherwise, the priest class would be killed if they couldn't continue to summon rain. The reality. This is a weird ability I tune into. Reality doctor. So somehow it can heal reality. Out of phase storage. It's also good at that. Invisibility cloaking. It's not quite super strength, but it's an aspect of super strength where you can change the mass of an object and then you can more easily pick it up, kind of like in geomancy. It's also got telekinesis, pyrokinesis, aerokinesis, life energy, life extension, and teleportation is this one. And so like this one's a really powerful one, which is why it's venerated in this coffin. It appears for people. So feel free to tune into what you read else with that, and also love to hear what the audience thinks as well. Is that the first debut of that guy? Let's got this guy. So I used to when I first found this, I was like, maybe that's a negative ET, because I've seen some like negative grays, like the tall gray Maytree. But I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh wow, this guy's actually nice. I also thought it was bad because of the dagger, though. This is an athame, meaning a spiritual dagger for opening up doorways and portals and cutting cords, and it's really good at that stuff. So it's really good at detachment. Some of the other abilities it
Like this,
has,
like this. You
yeah,
see it? Yeah.
exactly.
You see the Kosol, the spiral, and this where you wave the energy, you can manipulate it, and it allow you to go to another vibrational reality. Yeah, absolutely. And remember, all this object, it was meant to work with subtle energy. And that because people at the time is very subtle energy was the dominant reality, you know, of everything. That's how the civilization worked. You can call nation of mage or nation of priest and priestess, pretty much. So this people at the time was very sensitive to subtle energy. And that's why all the object that you see now emit subtle energy. That's why you can pick them up, because you have the same genetic receiver, to receive that. Now, people always ask, does a super soldier, what is super soldier? Super soldier are either a mage or princess. And that's how, but I never mentioned that to a lot of people because I want to test them. If they truly understand super soldier, they also must understand mage. That mage will work with subtle energy. And super soldier work with subtle energy because super soldier are trained by mage. See, that was a magical civilization. And the ET, you can see that all their relics, everything they create is designed to manipulate subtle energy to sense and process it. And that's how they're able to advance so much. Yes.
Yeah, I'd say this is like subtle energy or wind, or
Hmm.
ability to influence, and then eye perception, and then pinnacle of power. So and
Yes.
then wind
And
source.
and the rune is very important. The rune not work only to help move the subtle energy, but it also help the holder to strengthen his belief. Because subtle energy will not work too good if you don't believe in it. Because the idea is just like quantum physics. The observer must observe the light so that it become particle. It's the same principle. Because when you believe, you are focusing on something, and when you focus on it, it become real. There's no difference between the principle of quantum physics. As you observe, it become real, and that's why the rune is very simple. It move belief energy to manipulate subtle energy. Ain't that beautiful? How is another way to understand technology to magical perspective. Well, why in our time we call it quantum physics or consciousness physics perspective, but it's the same thing. So we moving up as we move into the future. We also recognizing the people of the past is understanding the same thing we understand.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's
Hmm.
Thank you.
Does this
Yes.
spoon have any messages for the chat on the spoon there or the knife?
Let me check. I have to take a snap and get an enlargement. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
And Sean, what material do you think that is? Is that like jade?
I don't know. It's really, all these are really interesting stones. Some are using the same material, but it's not that obvious at all. Especially the fluorescent ones. My God, I got to go through a whole list.
Um,
Always with
the
that.
picture on the bottom, we call that, it's supposed to be part of a staff sword, and it's supposed to have another part to it. Like it's like a staff, and with a crystal on top or a sword or something that you can stick into another object to move a mechanical aspect that will manipulate the geometric structure to align with some kind of a grand structure. So align it with ability to, it's a part of the device to manipulate a bigger subtle energy power source that it allowed to open a domain that led to somewhere. A domain meaning, like another space time, like another pocket reality. And so without this device, so whoever buried that thing here know that it was very important and they didn't want someone to get their hand on it. So that was the idea behind it. So this basically belonged to a mechanical wizard civilization of some sort that built some kind of structure that this one part of the key that go with. So there seemed to be another half somewhere. So they didn't bury it at the same place.
Hey, Sean, do you have any questions about that?
No, I love what he's tuning into. I love adding the possibility. I'm gonna write this stuff down. So like the ones I've shown you, the pyramid and the skull are made by ETs. I other ones that are made by ETs too. This seems to be made by a humanoid that is venerating what it's seen, and it's connecting to an actual ET. And some of the species are longevity living. Some are in stasis pods. This one, very powerful. It's helped me a lot. It learns very quickly abilities. It's very good at amplifying and getting rid of blocks to abundance as well. It's the species amplifies a chi shield that's emitted from the liver is one of the things the species good at. It's like this emission that comes off the liver and then starts shielding you. If you get like things coming at you, sometimes your liver might hurt to indicate something's trying to penetrate into your shield. It's really good at reality bubble magic, which can go into a lot of subjects. It's got a DNA library that's big. It spans into 18 plus galaxies and downloads access to and attempts to get to conscious mind, the knowingness. And I didn't know this before. I didn't really tune into ETs interacting with dragons much. Dragons as not the same thing as Draco. Draco are kind of wannabe dragons. Dragons are older. They're founder races. They're older than the universe. There are really a lot of different versions of them. They don't need a body. Most of them don't. They're like reality management. They can even make realms. They are born in many planets and stars and fairy spirits between worlds. There are light, dark, and neutral of them. There are many types. There's dragon wars. There's 4,000 plus DNA lineage of dragon families of dragons that shapeshifted and interacted with humans and then fell in love and added a DNA lineage, like the red dragon family in China and yellow with Bruce Lee and the white one in Japan. There's many.
Do you remember? I didn't want to make. Do you remember the Tibetan knife? They call it a tupo or something. I don't understand the name of it, but I may say it wrong. But it looks similar to what you are holding, and they can control it. Yeah, they can control, and they can also travel with you to the astral plane and fight astral battle, and also the physical plane to fight physical battle on your behalf. Yeah, it's called. They start with a T, but maybe you can help me out, James. It's some kind of knife that the Tibetan people use. The high yogi master, the Tibetan yogi master. Yeah, but do you know how? What do they call it? There's a name for that.
I forget what they're called, but if you go to like Tibetan stores, you can find them. They even have those. They're close to the thunderbolts that are also said to, like, the original ones are supposed to like summon storms or the bringer of storms, the Yeti. And there's like the representations of like magical wands. I got one of those too from Tibet. Yeah, they're really awesome. Like, and there's little holders you can stick them into. Yeah.
Yes, that's what when they left that up. That's the first thing that my mind. Oh, it's like the Tibetan two. I got it that word. It was the tip of my tongue is like Tula or something like that, and that's what exactly it looked like. It's a weapon. It's an energetic weapon. A protector, but also a weapon that can harm out the wizard.
Oh yeah, and I got another one here that you'll
Mhm.
like too. But yeah, so it's good at dragon bubble reality magic, which
Mhm.
everyone on the planet has like an elemental consciousness that it
Right.
can connect to in your reality bubble. That's kind of like a management dragon, though they go beyond just the dragon form. A lot of the dragons from different planets like to take on a form that represents the peak of hierarchical order of all elements combined together, which
Mhm.
is like the wind, is the fire, all that. That's why. And then they don't. There's many types I've seen, but yeah, this is good at amplifying that. So you guys can trade with this guy for amplification and going through its mystery school. So going into your topic you're going over, this is one that I haven't really shown much either. Um, so we got an ET at the top. So that represents the sky people or the higher realms, and he's got a staff, and that
Mhm.
connects to a some type of leader in maybe Aztec or Olmec or whatever in the that's the area it was found in,
Mhm.
with the headdress being the middle part, and then the lower part. Let me see if I can get this right. Representing the lower realms,
Mhm.
a dog or um, is a dog god that represents the underworld here as an example, and it connects as a spear um, at the end. And this is really good at a lot of protection, offense, defense, destruction, and uncreation. It can go really hard. This is really good at protection. This guy.
Just
What
like
do you?
okay, just like this right here. So it's the when I read it, it's saying like this. It said, this is the Almighty cosmic teacher who we follow. So, to those who want to reach him, you must travel from this physical realm to the lower astral plane, then move on to another astral plane to the high astral plane, and there you will find the origin of our civilization, the teacher of civilization. And to those, any student that come after us must go through the same initiation to meet the teacher, the original teacher in the higher astral plane. That means the student has to get into some kind of ritual through a DMT or through astral projection so they can move up to that because the teacher give them the address. So you will meet this extraterrestrial teacher that is that he putting all his knowledge into this domain in the higher plane, and you have to astral project or raise your vibration to his level in order to receive um, the guidance, receive the magical ability, the initiation, and then you can lead the people. Or you can become the new wizard mind for that time. And that's what they topo. But it's not topo. It's also is a reminder. It's like a map, but also it's a weapon at the same time.
Nice, thank you. And with the face of this guy, that you in the area, the possibilities are Aztec, Mayan, Toltec, or um,
Like
Olmec.
mini civilization, but one teacher. That's what it's saying. All the civilization is learning from that one teacher, a cosmic teacher.
Hmm.
In
Yeah,
the Hindu, he called them they call him Vishnu or something, Vishnu or Shiva, because they blue. In the Native American, the same teacher, even with the total civilization, it's like our civilization. We all know mathematics, right? And that's our teacher, geometry and mathematics. So this is represent their geometry and their teacher in a metaphysical way,
hmm.
but it's real.
And the facial structure of this is interesting because people I've heard people say that the Olmec people look like they were like African race or
Hmm.
like so this kind of looks somewhat different than regular Aztec or Mayan that you'd go into. and thank you for tuning into that.
Yes.
But yeah, it's very good at protection.
Okay, Sean, that's enough. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay.
We'll do some more. Do you have how many more of those knives or spoons or whatever? Yeah, how many do you have?
I got more for you to see,
Okay.
so I got you.
All right.
So,
Let's make a mental note of what we've seen, and we'll come back in a month.
so
Sure.
this is a global civilization. Like the Olmec, it look like African. It's telling you that this African culture has received very high knowledge from this alien group of alien teacher. You can call them Anunnaki or Atlantean. It really doesn't matter, but just call them cosmic teacher, and that's why they can spread globally. And that's why you see the Olmec uh, was there next to the alien teacher. They were the first one to receive it, and then below that you might see the Mayan and Aztec. So they inherit that each of the face represent different civilization that received the knowledge, and that's the timeline. You see, so the Olmec exists close to the teacher more than the Aztec.
Okay, so this sculpture was also created by Cynthia Crawford. It's a brown mantis. So at the time, I didn't realize why I resonate with this. Apparently, there's an underground base right below me. Where they...
Mhm.
All right. Anyway, and then a Zeta Zuma. So these are dolphin type hybrid species. So anyway,
Cool.
of course,
See,
the Nephilim boy. I got the Nephilim boy.
Love it.
So I have an artifact that I want to show since we were talking about ceremonial knives. This one was also found in North America. So I think Kuso, I may have shown this to you in the past.
yes,
Do you have any idea what this is? Is this also connected to the same Mayan group? What do you
yes.
think?
It's a part of a staff. It's a key. There's another parts will be with it. Best of my understanding by looking at this is a part of it's a key that go into a larger structure, either a pyramid type or a ziggurat structure that's supposed to open a door to an underground layer. And it's supposed to be another part with it. It's supposed to take you to a treasure room or a room with ritual magic that will teleport you, that will raise your vibration to another location somewhere off world or somewhere underground. But whoever did this, they on purposely bury it because they didn't want someone to find it or something bad happened to their civilization, and they didn't want they wanted whatever they had to end with them, and so the adversary whoever will come after they don't want the people to find their hiding place. So there seems to be another part, but it's missing.
Well, Kuso or Sean, if you ever want to come to Charlotte, North Carolina, I can show you where it was found, and then we can try to turn it on if that's even safe. Maybe not.
Sure. It sounds fun.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Kuso, and also thank you, Sean. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yes. So, so I want to say that anyone, you can visit my website too at bottomay1.com, and I put a lot of crypto to catch up with the time out there too. So
Oh yeah. So, what crypto are you top 5 picks?
well, on the community level, I recommend you get the Chill Guy or the Trump, what's called Trump
Coin.
official. Yeah.
Trump coin.
And also, I recommend I'll get Solana. Solana is good too. It's more affordable. But on the for me, I created a lot of token too to help the community because I believe in the super soldier and because the super soldier are the inheritor of magical civilization. Because when you hang around too much with high technology, it rub off on the structure itself. So from conventional high technology to magical technology, and that's the key point that people don't know what super soldier is. It's people who is training to be a mage, becoming a mage nation.
Great. So go to baramay1.com to learn more about Kuso's work. And also, I got your YouTube channel on there. I'm pretty sure that. Oh no, it's not. Oh, Kuso, you got to send me your YouTube channel. We can get that posted.
Okay.
Sean, do you have any top crypto that you're recommending or any? or maybe future
Uh,
projects you're doing?
oh yeah, I'm doing abundance shows, so live streams on my YouTube channel, Psionic League, PSI for Psi. So we're giving free upgrades psionically for people's abundance, and I'm going to be doing crypto trading with people on there, and we'll be tuning into the various cryptocurrency coins. So far, I've tuned into different categories, ones that are backed by Earth and a large light collective, and I'd recommend putting into those to make the collective bigger and stronger, as well as you want to read what the dark side puts their energy towards, because that's usually successful because they rig a lot of things and they have a lot of the energy power. But you can at least detach. We'll be showing people how to detach from them while getting the investment. And there's large lists for like political people like Nancy Pelosi on what they do in stock trades and cryptocurrencies. And I'd recommend with their insider trading, there's programs to follow those. But there's things that are psionically you can read off of them, which I will be teaching people how to do. The meme coins are, if they're not like a total scam and they'll just like pump and dump them, they usually have some power at them, and that can be increased also in the collective consciousness. So can I plug, if you don't mind, I can plug my stuff and then I'll ask you to plug yours, and I'll have this show for you so that people can come reach you. So yeah, my name is Sean Bond. I'm on psionicleague.com, Psionic League YouTube, psionicleague@gmail.com if you want to reach me. We're doing sacred tours around the planet. Last time we went to Egypt, bunch of temples, powerful pyramids, ET contact, superhuman love, mystery school activations. This time we're doing around Mexico to the various places for ET contact and interaction, cryptids, super power filled pyramids that will grant you a lot of healing, abundance, superhuman abilities as we give them what they need to grow and be safe and thrive and expand. And then they'll give back to you in a continuous circuit that will connect back to your grid at the house, as well as we'll be doing a mystery school there. And you may have a bucket list, like check off opportunity of a once in a lifetime thing that nobody else is doing, as we have been able to find locations that have ET artifacts, and you might be able to have a great adventure and discovery process of your own that you can bring back in some way. So hint, hint, nudge, nudge. So feel free to send us an email at psionicleague@gmail.com. I put in the chat with Trip Inquiry at the top for Mexico, and we'll add you to the list. We're not going to have you sign up right away. It's not that. So just email us right away if you can, because we're running out of seats, as fast as you can if you're interested, and you'll just be added to the email list and begin updates about the trip, because we're piecing it together and having everyone involved that is planning on coming decide where they want to go. And we're tuning into the abilities that those place of power pyramids offer, so that you can get the biggest bang for your buck with the best tour guides. You'll meet soul family. On our last trips in Egypt, we had people come together and are now lovers, so you can meet your love interest. All kinds of cool stuff will happen that will change your life forever. And we have courses online. There's mystery schools and video products. You can sign up for those and contact me on Facebook or Instagram or X or all the things. But definitely subscribe in the YouTube channel. A lot of free superhuman abilities there. You can just, while watching the video, it gives you the blueprint on how to do it. And please like this video, smash it like into the ground, comment below, show your love for everyone here and the guests. Share this with at least 5 friends. Get this out there to those skeptics. Get it out there to the people that you know that like ETs. Give them that proof that they needed to rub into their families' faces, whatever. This stuff is physical proof of ETs in our past. So get this video out there. Share it with as many people as possible. And subscribe to all our channels. Can you guys name all your channels? And James, can you plug your info?
Yeah, thank you, Sean. And Sybil said your hair is awesome. Yes, go to supersoldiercon.com to purchase tickets for this first ever Super Soldier Activation Conference, October 8th to the 12th of this year, where Kosol is also a speaker, and we can see if we get Sean on there, but we'll talk about that later.
Are you also going to the alien events one? Because you brought it up to me.
Yes, I'm scheduled to go to LA to speak at Saeed's event, but donations are so low, I can't even afford a flight right now. So last month, this channel is not monetized. I depend on listener donations. So I hate to talk about negativity, but I stay. So I would really appreciate if you go to Healing Soul Survivors, make a donation, and I'll see if I can get out to LA to speak about this, do a presentation on super soldiers.
I might be going to the one in Las Vegas, so if you're there, let me know.
Okay.
I'll meet up with you.
Is it okay I make a plug-in? Just really quick. Hi, my name is Kosol Ouch. I'm a super soldier. I'm an author. I'm a writer. I'm also I'm not a content creator, but however, I do make crypto. You can go to baramay1.com, BARAMAY1.com, and I do make a lot of crypto. I make about 16 crypto already, just to support my the super soldier community. Pretty much, I got Warhammer, I got Unimetrix1, I got I just Angkor Wat because I love the Pyramid Temple. I got Privy here. I got Bayon Temple, I turn it into crypto to bring more the awareness, the energy. So if you guys would support a super soldier community, I mean, that would be great. So pretty much we just go by, we believe in what we do and we believe in this joy to leave something behind in this world, before we exit this reality and go to a higher reality.
Maybe we could do like a meditation. We could pick like the top meme coins for the next week. We'll try to find the top 10, and then you can pick which ones are, and then go. I don't know if anybody in the audience is interested in that, so we can all bring some.
Well, we can only put it out there. That's the secret. Just put it out there, and those who resonate will. Those who won't. It just everyone is different vibrationally, but since we all here, just put it out there.
Okay, thank you.
Scientifically influence the rise of it too.
My top crypto is I've got Solana, Bonk, which is a meme coin, and also I still got some funds in XRP, but I'm still kind of questioning that because the float is in like 100 trillion, so it'll be extremely difficult for that to go anywhere.
Yes.
Also, Kapasa. I know some of these coins have gone down, but so I would start with that.
Remember the XRP I told everyone to get a long time ago?
Yeah.
See, if those who listen to me, we definitely got you got it made already.
Yeah, I got the XRP.
Yeah, most people that are like, don't get this or that, because it's like I've heard people like say, oh, don't get Ripple because it's got connection to the Rothschilds. That may be why you want to get it, because they're not planning on just pump and dump and dropping and collapsing with every coin. Some of them they want to make a bunch of money off of. So you want to detach from them like the Babylonian money magic curse, of course, but you can make money on both the light and the dark, up and down system.
And Kosol, is your Bitcoin target still 100 million a coin?
The Bitcoin is going to be a million. A million for one Bitcoin. Yes, absolutely. But it moved up slowly. Remember in 2017, I was telling everyone about Bitcoin, but no one believed me. I told them about XRP, no one would believe me. And then because I came on your show and spread it, but suddenly it blew up, and now people forgot what I told them. But you know what? It's my fault too, because I didn't believe what I was telling you until, I should bought it. See? So I was in the same shoe. I was sharing the knowledge from Unimetrix1, but I myself didn't believe it. See, I didn't believe what the teacher told me, and I'm a bad student, bad example. So now I change, believe.
Yeah, you want to get crypto at the bottom cycle. So we're bottoming out. We're going to be bottoming out sometime by the end of maybe I would say maybe April, or if this is a smaller cycle, I think we're probably bottom out right now. But
And when there's blood in the streets, that's when you want to buy.
Hmm.
yeah, blood.
I think you should set everything in 10 year. As like, remember Bitcoin, it took 10 years before it became something.
Yeah,
So every new coin, just set it in 10 year, and consider be when you reach your 50 or 60, that's when you cash in.
there you go. All right.
Mhm.
Super Soldier Con, HealingSoulSurvivors.org. Thank you all. Let's call it a day. Stay
Yeah.
tuned for this special message from LifeWave with the Ice Wave patch. Well, I'll see you later. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you, Son and James.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode. Today we have LifeWave brand partner Arthur Gross with us again to discuss a breakthrough in pain relief, the LifeWave Ice Wave patch. Arthur, welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, James. Thanks for having me back.
Okay, great. So let's just jump on in. You were just showing us a little clip there of what the Ice Wave patch looks like, or at least what you receive when you purchase one. So tell us what it is and how does it help with pain relief?
The Ice Wave patch is drug-free. It doesn't put anything in your body. It works through the process called photobiomodulation, or light-making change in the body, much like vitamin D is created in your body as a reaction from the sun. They're drug-free. There's no stimulants. They're non-addictive. They're very easy to use, and they have immediate effect.
That's amazing. So tell us a little bit, how does it work?
It's a two-patch system, a tan patch and a white patch. You put the white patch on the right side of your body and the tan patch on the left side. That's for general full body pain. If you have specific pain, say you have a knee ache, you can put the brown patch directly on the pain, and then you set the white patch using the clock method at 12 o'clock. And if you don't have immediate relief, you can move it around to 3 o'clock and test it for how much relief you get. You should experience relief virtually immediately. And once you move it around and find the best spot for it, you leave it there. You can wear the patches for up to 12 hours, and they're going to get rid of your pain really quick.
Great, thank you. So do you have any information on any studies on how it affects the body?
Yes, these patches are clinically proven to increase mitochondrial function and reduce pain and inflammation. Some of these bullet points are: they're fast acting for immediate relief, supports improved mobility, reduces inflammatory response, eases tension and headaches, eases local acute pain, eases all over body pain, works on chronic and acute pain, eases muscle tension pain, balances cognitive vitality. They're safe and non-addictive, no drugs or harmful side effects.
Can you discuss, is it for just localized pain, or how about the general body, or even more specifically, is this even addictive?
It's not addictive at all, and there's no side effects. The use of the Ice Wave patch, it's a Class 1 medical device for pain control to have very important and almost immediate effect on the moderation of muscular contractions and tensions, as well as of the associated pain.
Wow, great. Thank you. So again, this is a 2-patch system. You would get what, 30 patches in that little box?
That's correct. You get 15 of the brown and 15 of the white.
Great. So how long could you use each patch? And yeah.
Ice Wave patches are a 2-patch system. They may be worn up to 24 hours at a time, take to 1 to 2 days off for a 5 full days of use. So you can wear them 24 hours, but then you want to give it a day break.
Right. Well, I put some of those things on my father, and he kept it on for a week, but it's not a problem. There's not going to be negative side effects if you.
No, there's no negative side effects. And if you do forget to take any of the patches off, the reflective quality lasts between 20 to 24 hours. So if you forget to take it off, it'll just stop working after about a day anyway.
Fantastic, Arthur. Thank you for sharing with us today.
Thank you for having me, James.
Okay, so that's it for today's episode. Stay tuned for more insights into health and wellness. Take care, everybody. Please consider supporting Super Soldier Talk by purchasing your own Neo Meditation device. Your Neo Meditation device will help you reduce stress, integrate trauma, enhance intuition, enhance clairvoyance, and enhance creativity. Get yours now at www.neologicaltech.com.